This video demonstrates some of the grouping functionalities in Synchro PRO. If the model and schedule have been coded correctly, one of the fastest way to group objects is to auto-match all of your resources to the schedule and then use the tasks to select different object groups. In this example, I've already set up an auto-matching rule that matches resources to tasks by work package and construction code. Now I can start selecting resource groups as a function of the task they're assigned to by simply right-clicking on that task, select Assigned Resources. I can also select a group of tasks and do the same to get all of the assigned resources. To make this even easier, we can change our Gantt mode from Work Breakdown Structure to Activity Codes View, and then use the activity codes to more easily find tasks or task groups. Note that you can also change the order by which these activity codes group the tasks. The second method is to use 3D sets to either select a specific group of 3D objects or isolate them. Working with 3D sets will be covered in depth in another video. But for now, it's important to mention that 3D sets can be dynamic. For example, if we set a 2 weeks look-ahead task filter that follows the focus time, we can then activate the 3D set same as task filter so that only the resources that are assigned to the tasks within the look-ahead are visible. The next method is to select groups of 3D objects according to the level of the 3D objects tree they belong to. For example, by default, if we select any object from the 3D view, we select the leaf level of that 3D object. If we change that to level 2, then clicking on one pipe will select all of the pipes in that model, and clicking on one structure will select all of the structures. If we change the tree level to 1, clicking on any object in the model will select the whole model. To get the most out of this feature, you may want to get familiar with how your 3D modeling software sets the hierarchy for the 3D objects tree. Now we will look at customizing the Resources tab. In this example, the 3D modeling software creates a category called Penetrable for some types of 3D objects. If we examine the elements in this category, we notice that they can also be considered structures. So let's select all of these elements and move them into the Structure tab. The penetrable entry now becomes empty and we can therefore remove it. We can also create a new entry. Let's call this Mechanical. And then drag and drop the equipment and pipe resources in there. And then drag the whole mechanical resource into the model. And now the model is grouped differently. Let's also drag and drop tower into mechanical because it contains all of the tower tanks. And now we can separate mechanical from structural resource groups. We can also notice that the roads are grouped outside of the structural category. So let's select all the roads and drag them into structure. Now we will look into using custom filters within the Resources tab. For example, let's set a custom filter to the package user field to only show the resources with package number greater than or equal to 2. Then let's set a custom filter for the construction code user field so that only equipment resources are shown. We can now select all of the equipment from packages 2, 3, and 4.